So I'm adding vinegar to my chicken legs that I just bought. And then I'm going to add about 2 cups of water. It was about 1 cup of vinegar, 2 cups of water. And now I'm going to scrub these chicken legs. And as you can see, when I pour the water over it, you see all this little white bits of grossness coming off the chicken. So a lot of Caribbean households and African households, we like to wash our poultry and certain meats before we start seasoning them and cooking them, because the white jaggle and nastiness clouding up the water is something we don't want to ingest in our food. And also, it takes away some of that raw gaminess from the chickens or other meats being butchered. As you see that there, that's all that stuff that we're rinsing off the chicken. This is why we wash it. I have the chicken in a large enough bowl with just enough water to really clean the outside of the chicken without splashing salmonella all over my kitchen. That's why I'm doing this. And I'm doing this one-handed. So now we're going to go to the sink. Sink is clear of anything else. I'm pouring it directly into the drain. I'm not splashing water everywhere, because that's what the CDC or whatever the hell wants to tell you. Our health department wants to tell you, oh, don't wash your chicken. Nasty, gross. That's why you can't eat at everybody's house. I'm pouring the dirty water right into the drain, getting as much out as possible. Okay? See that? Look at all that nastiness coming out. That stuff was going to be in your food as you cook it. Gross. I don't understand some people. But anyways, now put some clean water on there. It's blue, so the right thing to do if you know if the water's cold or hot. But I'm going to rinse it one good time to rinse off all any extra of that nasty jaggle and the vinegar water that was on there before. Let it run right down into the same drain. Still, I don't see any water splashing up all over the place and, you know, getting all over my kitchen, creating any salmonella issues. Because if you clean your sink and you clean anything before, during, and after you cook, you shouldn't have that problem. So, gonna fill it up with some water, move around a little bit. Most of that disgustingness and leftover debris from all the other animals or all the other chickens that have been chopped up is gone. Now, I have some paper towel because I'm going to season this chicken, and it's easier to get flavor right into your meat if your chicken is dry, the skin is dry especially, before you put your seasoning on. So that's why I have the paper towel there. So I'm just taking them out one by one, adding them to my bowl, paper towel, let them dry them off real quick. And you're going to see how I'm going to season them. This chicken is going to be made into fried jerk chicken. I don't want to be out in the heat, so I'm going to fry the jerk chicken. It's hot as heck. Once again, water's not dripping everywhere. Now, I have some bleach and soap water on a sponge, and this sponge is only used to clean my sink. I don't use it for my dishes, because that's gross. Some people are like that, though. I don't know. I don't understand it. So I'm just going to take this sponge here, clean my drain really, really well. Which, remember, the chicken didn't actually touch the drain. It was just the dirty water from the chicken. But still, I'm going to do all that. And this is bleach and antibacterial Dawn to kill all the grease and anything that would cause anybody to be sick. Now I'm going to rinse it out. It's as simple as that. The bowl is sitting there, that's going to be washed, and then it's going to be put into the dishwasher to finish cleaning and heat sanitize. That's just how I do all my stuff, though. I mean, you know, some people, they do things differently. That's cool, but this is why the people who are in the know to clean their food properly before they cook it and serve it to people. Get that smelly, raw stank off the chicken before you cook it. And I'm telling you, the chicken tastes better. It tastes cleaner. The seasonings adhere to the chicken better. That's another reason why I do that. So here we go. I'm going to add my onion powder. Yeah, that's probably about a half a tablespoon. I'm eyeballing it. Garlic powder. Yep. And some ground black pepper. It's going to be jerk, so we don't want it to be... I can't take too much spice. I mean, I can't do it. But I do like a little bit of spice. And this is sodium-free chicken bouillon, just to boost up the flavor. This does the same thing as adding that nice umami taste to your food without adding extra sodium. And I use mild Boston jerk seasoning. It's my favorite. That brand is my favorite. I think it just has the best taste. About 2 tablespoons of that is plenty. This is about 4.5 to 5 pounds of chicken legs. I love kosher salt, so I'm going to use a little bit of that. That's about 2 teaspoons. And now we're going to marinate. And you really want to make sure you get everything completely coated evenly, so that way nothing is missing flavor in any spots. Just, get in there and wrangle that thing around, move it around in there, wrangle it. That's right. Get all that seasoning in there, especially on the meat, because then I'm going to pull the skin back over to keep all the seasoning right next to the actual flesh of the chicken, so that way it's really nice and tasty when it's time to cook it. Yeah, get all the ones in the bottom. See that? See I got it in there? Alright, there you go. Very good right there. That looks good. So then I'm going to wrangle around some more for some reason. And I'm going to bag it up, label it, and I'm going to marinate that for 24 hours. And we'll do the part 2 of when I actually use my own breading mix and fry it. Thank you.